I love oranges. In today's video, you guys are not gonna see new content. This channel is for I'm doing it for three reasons. One, because it's fun. Two, to help other people who are starting their schoolies. And three, for friends and family or just people that are interested in what's going on. So this video is going to be geared towards the window blanks and how to recycle the ceiling panels for window blanks. Because when we were before we started that, we were trying to we had the idea, but we weren't sure if we could do it. We tried looking it up and we couldn't find anything. So I kind of want to just put it out there for anybody who is looking for that solution like we were. So yeah, enjoy the video. I'll be enjoying this orange. Video 18. Right here we have a piece of metal that we've already cut.
Prove that it came off the roof. There you go.
Yep.
All right.
Recycled. So it's already 26.5 inches wide, and so we're gonna use this 26.5 inches for the 24.5 inch width of the window, because we're gonna be bending an inch on either side to fit it. So the length of it is a little bit long, as you can tell. It's about 36 inches long, and we want it down to about 28.5 to put the 26.5 width spot of the window.
Right. So we're going to cut it down to where it's an inch big on all four sides to give us an inch of lip to secure it to the bus, right?
And we have to make sure it works pretty well and it is correct with measurements, because it will not fit in the window.
Right.
Right now we're going to measure it to make the mark. That way we know where to cut it and have the right size to bend. At 28.5 inches. On both sides.
What did you make a V?
That way, if my line isn't completely straight, I know that right there in the middle is where my measurement is supposed to be.
Smart. Someone brilliant must have told you how to do that trick.
Nope, I made it myself.
Oh, okay.
Gorgeous. There we go. Now that we've made our mark, we're going to go through with a jigsaw and cut this piece off. Have a metal blade, because we are cutting metal.
Smart.
We also have ear protection and eyeball protection, because metal shards will be flying. Decided to change out the blade on the jigsaw because it's not really cutting the metal like it should. And we have it unplugged for safety. Now we're gonna put this new blade back into the jigsaw, and as you can see, I'm using my hands to put it back in. The reason we use the pliers to take the old blade out is because we were just using it to cut metal just a minute ago, and friction creates heat, which means the metal was probably very hot. So we didn't want to be touching that with our hands. So gonna put this back in with the teeth facing full out and the T at the top.
Pull on it to make sure. All right.
getting ready to bend the first edge of metal, and we're gonna use this existing bend right here as a reference. We're gonna trust that it's straight because these were ceiling panels in the bus, the manufacturers made it to work with the hat channel that's in the bus. And the hat channel is a piece of metal that is shaped like a hat. It has two bends right there. Do you see it? Right there. And so they call it a hat channel because it looks like a hat. And it creates the structure for the entire bus and it goes all the way across. So we trust that this is straight and we're going to use that for our first bend. So now we're going to transfer over to the brake. Right? That's what it's called?
Yep, metal brake.
Right now I'm gonna line it up with the bend crease. You stay there, please. Or not. Okay. So now that we have it lined up.
Was that fun?
Yes, great. Now we have it lined up, we clamped the big piece of metal, it looks like, on it, which holds the piece of metal down. And now I'm gonna come down here and grab these handlebars and pull this lip up, which will bend the metal against the teeth, which is very hard.
Got about a 90-degree bend there. That's what you want.
And now we unlock it. And we look at it.
That's a nice bend.
We're gonna measure from the edge, 26.5, and make our line to bend on. For now. And we measure perfectly. So 26.5 looks to be, yep, an inch from the edge.
How about those cutting skills?
At least in this spot, over here where this dip
Let's
is.
not talk about that spot. Let's talk about it where it's perfect.
Our little line. Do the same thing on the other side, just to make sure that it's correct.
Is the end of that tape measure magnetic?
It is.
Does that help when you're cutting metal?
It does.
Nice.
Not sponsored.
Why would you do dotted lines? Just out of curiosity. Because you saw me do a dotted line on a different piece of metal?
Yeah, one time.
Yeah, well, we'll explain why when we cut it the other way, because it'll be easy to understand then.
Should I like get on the floor?
No.
Break dance? Because I can do that. I can totally break dance. Yeah. No, no, wrong way. No, I had it. What? Okay, you don't have to work. It's all right.
Now, do you have to be kind of careful here since you've got an angle?
Oh, yeah. Be careful because metal can be sharp, especially right after you cut it. And I had a pair of Christmas pants that I ripped the crap out of.
There's no crap left in those pants.
There's no crap left in the pants. Okay. going to measure our other bends, which we do a little bit differently since we have these bends here. They don't work the same on this because of the edges. So we have to cut a piece off, that way we can bend it and then measure our bend. First, gonna measure 1 inch in on the sides with a carpenter square. And then we're gonna do a 45-degree line from that 1 inch mark over where we're gonna cut it. Our 1 inch mark, and then 45-degree angle. We're gonna go along the edge and do one more, turn it. And do a dotted line all the way across 1 inch. Now
So that'll be the line we bend on.
Yep. Now we're gonna mark the other side of the metal, and on the straight edge we have a mark that says 24, which is 24 inches from the inside of this bend. So we have to account for the bend, which is why we have a different measurement system for the other side. But we're gonna do the same thing on the outside, just, you know, base it off of this measurement. And a fun fact, I did about 2 or 3 windows using the carpenter square instead of this because I wasn't paying attention, and just the littlest bit of wrong measurements made none of them fit.
Well, yeah, what was going on there is those were for the bigger windows, and so we didn't cut the end off of the panel because it was pretty darn close. So we were like, okay, well, we'll just let one side be an extra ½ inch or so long. But unfortunately, Ashley used the wrong thing to measure from, and so the bends ended up being about a ½ inch too far from each other, instead of us having 1 inch long on the bend section. But actually, I think it was only 2 of them.
Yeah, there's 2 of them.
We just brought them out and rebent them.
Yeah. So this is kind of a little cheat sheet for an exact 45-degree angle, but there is a different way to do it. So if you were to just,
Or if you needed a different angle.
or if you needed a different angle. So if you were to just flip it, as you can see on this edge, there are numbers that goes from 5 to 75, and those are degree marks. And right here it says pivot, which means that you would pivot and turn it from this point. So you'd want to line your mark up with that. And then all you do is you turn it till you get to your point, which right there is 45. Right there. And it gives us the degree. Now my favorite part. And that is the last bend. Right now we're doing a dress rehearsal. For the window, we're just gonna make sure it works before we kind of seal everything in there.
Now that looks like almost a perfect fit. You had to give it a little encouragement to get in. But what's really nice is, so here's the lip, and the window sits entirely behind that lip, or the window blank that we put in. And then this, in good shape.
Thank you for watching my video. Do. Come back soon.